Hello, my name is Sarah Price, and I will be giving a TED Talk on the homelessness issue. Today I will be talking about what causes homelessness, the effects of homelessness, what is being done, and what we can do to help solve this issue. So I'm going to start off by talking about the causes of homelessness. I identified three main factors: environmental factors, personal issues, and relationship issues. So I'm going to start off with the environmental issues. Environmental, I mean just the things around you. So we all know that homeless populations are much greater in downtown areas, inner city areas. Like for us, it would be Dayton. You'd see definitely more homeless people in Dayton than you would see in Kettering. So why does this happen? Big cities are made by the way that roadways fall. So in Ohio, there are some main highways, and in this picture, highways connect, making these bigger cities such as Cleveland, Toledo, Columbus, Dayton, and Cincinnati, for example. So people always migrate to these bigger cities because that's where the resources are, that's where the help is. So that is one factor that causes homelessness in certain areas, and that causes greater numbers in inner cities rather than in suburbs. Another environmental factor is housing markets. When the housing market goes up, it makes it harder to buy a house or to rent or any of those things to have a literal place to live. So when those things are hard to achieve, that causes homelessness. Next, personal. Personal issues such as unemployment, illness and disease, and personal hardship, which is more like mental health type of things, will cause homelessness. Unemployment could be maybe because of a person who can't pass a drug test, can't get employed. Maybe they have an illness or a disease that causes them not to be able to get employed. And for illness and disease, sometimes for some people it will be hard to receive treatment, especially if they already are under the poverty line. It makes it difficult to receive adequate treatment for their issues. Personal hardships, such as mental health issues like depression, can make it very hard to get a job or to hold a job. Next, I'll talk about relationships, and mainly the lack of good ones. So when someone doesn't have family members to help them out, that can cause major issues with them and make them homeless. So for example, many of us here have very, very supportive families. Our parents send us to this school that shows that they really do care about us. So other people aren't as blessed and as lucky as we are, and they might not have that help and support when they really, really need it. Also, people go have abusive relationships. These abusive relationships can cause people to just need to get out of that situation, just to leave that house, and that can have them wind up in homelessness. So homelessness not only affects the person who is homeless, but the entire community. I'm now going to touch on one part of the community that we have seen affected a lot recently: our hospitals. So my mom works at Miami Valley ER downtown, and she sees lots of different kind of people come through. She has this one person who she sees on the regular. She calls them one of her regulars. This person is there a lot because for homeless people, the only treatment they can get is going to the ER. So for us, we wouldn't go to the ER unless we really, really were sick and really, really need some life-saving treatment. For them, they could just have a common cold and just need some medicines, and so they will go to the ER and ask for help. At the ER, they cannot turn away anybody. They have to help everybody and to help them get back out on their way. So my mom tells me a lot about how her beds are always full. The hospital, there's always so many people coming through. Our hospitals are overwhelmed, things like that. And that can have a really great effect on hospitals and other people, because some people who are really sick and really need that bed can't get to it because there is such a high homeless rate and such a high homeless population that kind of takes over those beds. Obviously those people need their treatment, but it would be much better if they had like a family doctor type of thing to help them instead of just going to the hospital. So another part of our community that is affected by homelessness is people wanting to move won't come to our cities because when homeless rates are high, so are crime rates. And when people are trying to move, they will look at those things a lot just to see where they should move, good cities, things like that. So when they see high crime rates, that can turn them away from moving to Dayton, for example. And that affects us because then there's less money going around and things like that, and it can affect us economically. So what can we do about that? So Dayton has lots of resources for homeless and those under the poverty line. We can support those places with our time, our donations, money, and material, and we can even start our own. So the most needed things right now in homeless shelters are socks, underwear, t-shirts, and just hands to help. This right here is a huge list of all of the free resources in downtown Dayton for those who are homeless. Dayton has by far the most resources per population than any other city, and we are always there to help our homeless community, to help them get back up on their feet and get back into a house and help them be safe, happy, and healthy. So we need to help those places that are trying to help the homeless population, and that will help us in the long run. So in conclusion, we need to help those homeless in our community, and in reality, it will help so many other people, including ourselves. Thank you.